Hi, folks, and welcome to Damian Space News, episode 9. And it's been a couple of weeks since I've done anything, and a lot has happened. Because it's Christmas Eve, I'm going to try and get through this quickly for you all. So, lots of information, and I have all links in the description below to websites and YouTubes that are associated with all of this. So, starting off with iSpace. iSpace, a Japanese company, a private Japanese company, actually launched on top of a Falcon 9 to the moon on the same day that Orion was returning from the moon. I hope they didn't have too much of a close encounter or anything like that. But anyway, they're on the way to the moon. They've taken a slow approach, so it's going to take them 4 months to get there, and this is going to be a landing as well, and then they have a rover that is going to roll out, so there could be some exciting stuff coming from that round about April. Next up is the Dear Moon project. The Dear Moon is basically a Japanese entrepreneur whose name I'm not going to even try and pronounce, but they call him MZ, or he calls himself MZ for short. He has paid for a flight on the new Spacex Starship to go around the moon whenever it's ready to do so. And he's paid for the whole flight, and he's bringing along, at the moment, I think it's 8 or 10 guests free of charge to them, as far as I know. And they are all artists of some form or other. Now, the interesting thing on this one is that there was open. They had 1 million applications in, I believe, and he chose 10 people. I think it's 8 plus 2 backup crew. And out of those, we're on the Dear Moon. Out of those, one that was chosen is a fellow YouTuber called Tim Dodd, and he calls himself the Everyday Astronaut, bringing space down to earth for everyday people. I've been following him for a few years now, and he's big in the game, and I've got all his links in the descriptions below, as I said. He has been chosen to go to the moon on this flight when they are ready to do so, and on top of that, one of the others, I'm not going to go through them all, one of the others, if you notice there's an Irish flag on it. Rhiannon Adam, born in Ireland, Cork I think, but you can read her bio there. I have a link to her website as well, and she will be going on this same trip around the moon, and she'll be flying the Irish flag hopefully for us all. That's Rhiannon. Back to SpaceX. SpaceX actually gave us a very nice drone view. Bear with me. I'm going to get the play button here. There we go. A lovely drone view of a single engine static fire underneath ship 24. Yes, indeed. I love that. And thanks to SpaceX for sharing that with us. It's the first time I think we've seen a drone's eye view from directly above. Moving swiftly on, another YouTuber that I follow is called the Angry Astronaut. He actually has been over in the UK for the last 2-3 months, I believe, doing a lot of interviews and stuff on the UK space industry and an upcoming first launch of a rocket to orbit from Western Europe, in this case from the UK, down in Cornwall, Spaceport Cornwall they call it. And I have a link in the description again to that one, and you can look at it at your own leisure. But he also mentions Ireland's Space Centre. Now, I didn't know we had one, but I've watched his video on it, link in the description. And basically, yeah, we have a space centre down in Cork, which at the moment is communications, a lot of satellite dishes and stuff like that. Quite interesting to watch that. Now, something else that came up recently is an actual neighbour of mine, or an ex-neighbour. He used to live only a few doors up the road. Yes, Leo, on the same street between my place and your place. I'm not going to name him at the moment, but he went to college, got all the right degrees, and or all the right qualifications anyway, and got himself an internship with a company based in Belgium, and this is their website, and he has actually, must say congratulations, because he's no longer doing an internship, he's now employed by this company, and this company has, as it says there, has awards to do contracts for the ESA, the European Space Agency. So this guy is now genuinely actually working in the space industry. And the next piece there is a link to the European Space Agency's website. And way down the bottom left there, it says the contractor. Contractor is Space Application Services. That's the Belgium-based company, and they're working on two projects at least. One is about solar power systems. Basically, solar panels being put up into space. But these things are massive. They're a kilometer in diameter or something like that. And these guys are working on that project along with the other project, which is about how to extract oxygen from the moon's soil, if you want to call it that. Take oxygen out for breathing for crew who might be up there, and also how to make concrete or something like that out of the rest of the material to help in building infrastructures on the moon when we get people there to do so. And my neighbour is working on both of those projects at the moment. It's exciting stuff to know. A local to me is directly involved in the space industry. I am thrilled. And something else a bit closer to home to me is a nephew of mine. Young lad. He was 5 at the time, but he is just turned 6. Congratulations. But he has been making his own model rockets, I think inspired by my model rockets, and basically he has, on this one down here, he has a single, the center core, and joined to it is 2 side boosters, and on this one over here is the center core, and he's got 4 boosters joined to it. So he's going even bigger and better than the Falcon Heavy that I was mentioning before. So fair play to him on that one. Of course, don't forget, you can keep up to date with all stuff exciting going on down in Boca Chica, Texas with SpaceX, and up in Florida with the Space Coast there with NASA Spaceflight and their stuff. While there hasn't been a huge amount really to report on from Boca Chica, there's been a lot of work going on there, and there are no road closures until next week, the end of next week. I think it's next Friday, 29th of December, and maybe we'll see something exciting happening there, soon. Maybe. Otherwise, yeah, we've always got the rocket launch live, and there you can see when the next flights are coming up. Falcon 9 coming up on December the 28th, and that's a Starlink launch. So, keeping that as short and sweet as I can, for the season that's in it, because it's Christmas Eve actually. So I'll say to you all, season's greetings, or Merry Christmas, or Happy Holidays, and I hope you all enjoy them. Be safe out there, wherever you are in the world. There's a lot of bad weather around at the moment, and apparently none of it's going to affect Santa Claus on his trip tonight. So we're good with all of that. So that's it from me for now. You're up to date with Damian at Clifton Bay. We'll see you all soon. Bye.